Alright, so today we are changing the intake on the Dodge Ram. Obviously the stock intake goes there. There's the box on the floor. And taking it out because I got a K&N intake, but it's for a 2009 to 2012. Difference being is this line here, this AC line. For some reason on the 13 and up, it has this big fat line here that comes across. So the intake, the box, the shroud that comes through here is cut a little bit differently. So let me show you guys that.
Should I fit it?
So we just modified this. He's working on the bike, and basically you cut this portion out here. So this is what allows you to fit 2009 to 2012 short ram intake onto your truck. So basically, if you're measuring across from here, this panel here, if you drew a line down the center, you're taking it almost 2/3 of the way to center. So it's almost just a little bit more than quarter of this panel from this line to here. Cut it across, and then this line, the line that used to be here, again, this is what it used to look like. So just carry this line straight across, and then again, probably about, I guess, almost 1/3 of the panel right here, and then you should be good to go. So I'm gonna finish cleaning this up with the grinder, kind of clean up this corner, and then probably knock this sharp edge off here, and then we'll install it. Okay, so this is the finished product. Probably touch it with some black paint later, but for now, throw this trim back over. Ooh, fancy. Got black paint. Black paint. Look at that. How we did it.
Nothing, dude.
Sick. Okay guys, so on that K&N intake, there was some stuff that I ran into that I didn't know before. So let me show you guys that. So there's basically, on the K&N intake, this is actually some stuff. The K&N support, if you call their technical support, those guys are awesome. If you're having any issues or anything like that, or you're missing any pieces or anything like that, or you broke something, they'll hook you up. So basically, on that used kit, I was missing the nipple for the PCV connection. So they sent me out, I asked for one, they sent me two for free. And then this is the other thing too. So if you have on your truck, if you have this smaller, this is IAT, intake air temperature sensor. If you have this smaller one, it's one harness, and the part number on that is that number there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 21681. So if you have this small sensor, use that. If you have a longer one and it's on my truck, you're going to use the other part number, which is almost identical, but it's actually going to be this one here. It's going to be the 21680 instead of 681. And then again, I was missing this thing too for the PCV connection. They sent me this out for nothing. And yeah, basically that's it. And they also sent me bolt harness, so I have new bolt harness, and they sent me the correct harness because I was missing the harness that I needed. So if we go out here and take a look at it. Okay, so this is the intake. It is all trimmed up. We modified that part, which we just showed you. Air filters on. And basically, it's all, I know this one's already pre-assembled, so yours, if you bought a new one or whatever, might have different pieces to assemble, but it's all pretty straightforward. Just assemble this together. You can actually install it with it already together like this. So basically, you just need a flat screwdriver, maybe some 10 mils, a 13 mil for this bolt and the front bolt. And basically that's it. So what you're going to do is you're going to need your old sensor and you're going to need this extension. So like I was showing you, there's going to be 2 different extensions that you're going to need, so you got to choose the right one based on your sensor, and this is the sensor that's longer that I was explaining to you. So I can actually pull it out here. This is the longer sensor that I was telling you guys about too. So if you have this one, you're going to need this part number, which it's 21680. So that's the extension harness you're going to need if you have this longer sensor, and this just slides in here like so. Okay, so yeah, make sure you tuck that O-ring in there. Other than that, let's go ahead and throw this on. But first, to take off the stock intake, you're going to see it like this. I've already loosened everything. Of course, I stole the sensor. Basically, you're going to loosen this band clamp, the band clamp here, right there. And then this, there's no bolts or anything like that, but you're going to see the snorkel. Just take this snorkel with your hand and basically just push it down. Might sound a little rough, but push it down, pull it up, and it just pops out of place here. So it's just got these snap clips on it, so it makes a little bit of a funny noise, but you didn't break it. It just pops out with these 4 clips on each side. So once that's out, you can go ahead and remove your tube. So once you loosen this, that pops off, and then like I said, this thing, you get your PVC pipe, so you slide this off. I'm going to leave this side attached because I don't need this on my K&N connection, and like I was saying, I'm not going to cut this like most K&N kits do. I'm going to leave it this long, and then I have my own pipe here that I'm going to attach to here and manipulate it up so that I don't have to cut this. So then these slide here, you slide this up. Basically just slide the box up off of these 2 tabs. I'll show you guys that. So just grab it, pull it straight up, and this is out. So that's it. It's all removed, and then we can go ahead and install that K&N in here. Okay, one other thing we do have to install besides the sensor on here is this fitting for the PVC. So basically you're going to screw this in here. It's just plastic, so you don't have to go crazy with it, but just snug should be okay. Grab your wrench or adjustable wrench, whatever you're using, and we'll snug this in. One weird thing to note is that this fitting is actually smaller than the fittings on the Dodge, on the actual truck itself. So for whatever reason they decided to use fittings that are a little bit smaller, but I think this is just the biggest that they could find, I'm guessing. So snug this up. You don't have to go crazy with it, but I do at least want this base to touch so it gives it a little bit more support and doesn't snap the neck off. So I'm just going to get it down here just so it has some support in case it decides to flex. This can hit that and support it a little bit. So that's on. Let's throw it in. Basically just line everything up. You probably won't have this connected, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so once you kind of get it set in the general area, you're going to remove this chassis bolt. It's a 13mm. So you're going to remove that, stick this one here, so this is what mainly holds it. And of course make sure this is all the way down, and everything's just band clamps here, so you can use either 5/16 or a flat screwdriver like I'm using to tighten all these down. And just get them snug. They don't have to be anything too crazy or too ridiculous. So snug these connections down. Once you snug all your band clamps down, let's go to the next step. Okay, so since you disconnected the sensor here and I just showed you the harness that we installed, the extension, you're going to plug the 2 together. So let's go ahead and plug those in. Make sure you hear them click. Once you hear it click, you're good to go. So that's clicked in. And then last thing, tighten up this bolt, and then you're probably gonna have, I'm guaranteeing you won't have this issue, but maybe you do. There's a brace that goes across here. It actually is missing, so I'm just running a zip tie from here through there, this hole, and it's gonna hold it up, hold it tight against there. I'm happy. So it might even actually be tighter than the original one that holds it up here, because I'm actually pulling it towards this direction to make sure it sucks the air from that fender. So let's tighten these up and then we'll move on. Okay, so again, here's the hose I'm using with the 2 band clamps. So I'm gonna try to put it in this type of position here. That way I don't have to cut that, but if you want to use the K&N instructions, I think it's 10 or 11 inches measured from here to there. You cut it and then you put their hose in and it just goes straight in. So I'm gonna put this one again because I'm probably gonna put the other intake on that attaches the hood, the Mopar one. So I'm kind of waiting for that, and then in that case I won't need that cut hose there. So let's go ahead and see if this fits. So it looks like I got this oriented the right way. I'm just going to tighten up these band clamps. So this is it. This might just be temporary for now, but basically there's nothing in the way that might compromise this. If I can tuck it down here, I guess. But basically, this way you don't have to cut this, and I just loop this through. So I guess it's not the prettiest thing. You can probably put some elbows on there or whatnot, but like I said, I'm probably going to be changing this soon. If I'm not, I'm probably going to do that cleaner install later, where I can actually cut this and then I'll just merge it through there and then it'll be straight in. But for now this is okay, it's legal, so it might not be the prettiest again, but it fits. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. I'll probably be posting some sound clips of that a little bit later as well. But if you did like it, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. I'm also going to be doing some other mods to that truck as well. I'm going to be doing that V6 E-fan mod, so check my other videos for that as well. It should be coming out shortly. And again, hope you liked it. Take care, have a good day.
What we do here is go back.